Ryan is connecting. Yay! Hey, Ryan.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, good. Are you on the Wi-Fi now?
I don't think so. I don't think I was able to do it. So, like I said, we're in the middle of a renovation, and this is what our Wi-Fi situation looks like. So I tried to do like a MacGyver, um, and it did not work. It looked like it was connecting for a second. Hopefully, fingers crossed,
Yep.
the connection is strong enough. Yeah,
Yeah. I think we'll be fine. I'm a fingers crossed kind of optimistic gal, so we'll be good. So let's
awesome,
get started.
great.
Ryan Schiff, welcome to Small Biz Live. I'm Mickey Marafina with MickeyM Marketing, and I'm on the board of the North Redondo Beach Business Association. And you are on the Small Biz Live show as you are the Vice President of Operations for the School of Rock South Bay, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So our franchise, we own and operate five School of Rocks in Los Angeles, West LA, Venice, Burbank, and Pasadena. Our South Bay location is our newest that we purchased from the previous owner in June of last year, 2019. So just over a year we've been here, and we love it.
That's great. So you just celebrated your 1 year anniversary in the midst of a pandemic.
Yeah, that's right. We were we're doing a lot of great work here with the kids and the community of musicians and our teachers. We're really starting to get into our groove in March when this whole thing happened, um, and then we had to really quickly pivot to online virtual lessons and remote recordings and things like that. And it's been a challenge, but it's been still a blast. And we still have a really strong community here in South Bay of students and teachers. So we're just excited. We're doing this awesome renovation. I don't know if you could see any of the. I'll try to take I'll
Wow.
try to take you for a little tour, but we're just excited to get back. So this is what I'm seeing now. This is our lobby that's completely engulfed in plastic, and we're here to pick the paints today.
Oh,
We're
good.
gonna pick the paint colors. That's my old office. That's what it looks like now. So it's a total work site. You can see like drum cymbals and guitar stands and little amps. But we reconfigured the floor plan to make it more conducive to kids playing in bands in groups together, which is what we're all about. So this is going to be one of the big rehearsal rooms for the kids. And then the other side of the building is basically the same thing, with another big rehearsal room where the kids get to jam. Uh, and this is our lobby. So this would be our front door, and that's Artesia there. You can see that's the new Chick-fil-A across the street. So this is our lobby here. You would see our assistant GM, Evan, sitting behind the desk there, and you will when we get back. And this is our new awesome ADA ramp here we had to put in. And yep, and this is one of our smaller rehearsal rooms for our little kids. We have a program called Little Wing for kids ages 3 and 4, and then a program called Rookies for kids ages 5 and 6. And so this is going to be their room
Wow.
right here in Artesia. Yeah, super fun class. And then these are our guys. Hey, Pasquale, you're on live.
Hey, guys.
And then this is one of our drum rooms. So we added a second drum room. This is another lesson room here. And then, yep, Pasquale's in the drum room here. This is our second drum room, second bathroom. And then this is our second rehearsal room here.
Wow.
So,
That's a big space.
yeah, it's a nice size. Oh, that's okay. Thank you, Pasquale. Pasquale's offering me a light for the drum room. Uh, yeah, so this is a good sized space. We really, the previous floor plan was not using the space really well. So we're excited to get back in and maximize our use of the space and get as many kids rocking as possible. That's our whole goal.
Are you using your outdoor space too right now?
No, so there's really not much to speak of for the outdoor space. Let me see if I can take you on a journey there, show you
I
what our
wasn't
out.
sure if you had a parking lot in the back.
We do have a parking lot in the back. However, that is for the doctor's office next door. And
Oh,
so,
okay.
so our parking is actually, if you go, there's like a hill, there's a parking lot right above that back parking lot.
Right.
And so, yeah, all of our students and parents can park up there, and teachers and stuff.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. So, Ryan, how did you get involved in the School of Rock? What's your story?
Yeah. So, about 11 years ago, 11 and a half years ago, in 2009, I was playing in a band, playing guitar in a band in New York, and the singer in my band texted me, and he at the time was the assistant music director at a School of Rock in Melville, New York on Long Island. And he said, hey, our friend Corey, he can't come in today. Can you substitute some guitar lessons? So I came in, taught some guitar lessons. They ended up giving me a bunch of students. I taught there for a few months before I moved to LA 11 years ago in September of 2009. And I moved right next door to a School of Rock in Hollywood, which is now our Burbank location. We moved. And, yeah, I just, I was new to the city. I needed work, and I was really hungry to teach. And this was just such a great program. It was such a great way, not just to make some extra money, but to spend my time. I ended up, falling in love with the program and the teachers and the students, the parents and the family. And the program itself is so fulfilling and rewarding. You get to see these kids really go from having no experience whatsoever on their instrument, falling deeply in love with music and learning how to play an instrument, and then actually getting on stage within, I don't know, 6 months of never having picked up an instrument. And they're on stage at, the Troubadour or the Whiskey A Go-Go or St. Rock here in South Bay. And they're performing in front of friends and family and fans, and it's just such a huge confidence boost. And it's, and as a teacher, you get to say, oh wow, I had a part in that, and it's really awesome. So that's how I got involved. I just started, doing more and more work with the school, and I became a music director and then a general manager, and now I'm overseeing our 5 schools in LA.
That's great. That's one of the things that I found really interesting, when it comes to your customer's experience and the experience you're creating for the kids. It sounds to me like what really sets you apart from an experience standpoint is the fact that you also have so much emphasis on the performance side of learning the instrument.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So that's our whole philosophy. We use a song first approach. So we teach kids how to play songs first so that they can get into a room with their peers and jam. And so we have a saying, it's we don't teach music to put on shows. We put on shows to teach music. And it's really, that's our core philosophy. And it's been a game changer. I mean, what ends up happening, and the thing we hear the most from parents of students is that, folks for folks, BG is saying hello. Hi, folks for folks, BG. What a lot of parents we end up hearing is that they're so ecstatic because they don't have to ask their kid to practice. They want to practice, or they feel motivated by their peers to practice because they don't want to be the one kid in the room that didn't practice. So when it comes time to rehearse, you have to have practice at least a little bit and know the song a little bit to get by. Otherwise, it's going to be really clear that you didn't practice. So it's sort of, that's
the power of peer pressure.
Yes. Yeah, that's sort of the most compelling part of the whole program, is that
Interesting.
it puts kids on a team, much like team sports, and so they're instantly accountable. But it's fun for them, It's fun to be accountable, and it's fun to show off to your friends that you practiced, and they end up, getting really kind of in a fun way competitive about it, and it's just cool, and they fall, like I said, they fall in love with music, and it's great.
Tell us about your house band. And the concept behind the house band.
Yeah, so house band, so every School of Rock location, which there's now more than 270 locations worldwide in over 15 countries. So every location has a house band, and those are kids from our performance program that have to try out and audition. Those are our most dedicated kids. And if you're accepted into the house band, then you get an extra free rehearsal every week, and you practice your set list. And then anytime there's an event in the community that's, they reach out to us or we reach out to them and they want some live music, our house band gets to perform. So that's one of our priorities that we made a priority. When we took over the school last year, they didn't really have a house band. So we put a house band together. And then right before the Sunday before the pandemic really hit critical mass, we had our first ever house band performance on the pier at the Kite Festival. So the Redondo Beach Kite Festival. And it was so awesome. It was so great to connect with our community, and the kids had such a blast performing for their local community, and it was just so exciting. And then, followed by the next week, and we have to stay at home, remote stay at home. So we're just excited to get back into the community when this whole thing blows over, hopefully soon. But in the meantime, our house band is, we still have our performance program. They're still doing recordings. So instead of the live show, and now our students are submitting recordings for their parts, which in a way is even more educational because there's nothing better. It's like looking in a mirror, but for your ears. There's no better way to get better at your instrument than actually hearing yourself play and saying, "Ooh, I don't like that. Let me fix that." And so it's been a really, challenging but really valuable educational experience so far.
Yeah, I think we can, as tragic as this pandemic has been, I think, the optimists in all of us are finding some silver linings, and to be able to bring your students that addition to kind of understanding studio work is it really does take it to a next level. That's pretty cool. Can you tell us what's going on in terms of lessons? Are they online? How does it work if you have a band playing online together? How do you sync everybody? That seems like it might be kind of hard.
Yeah, so all of our less private lessons and group classes are online. And so a lot of people are wondering, well, how do you jam online?
Right.
And it's really, you can't jam online. So unfortunately, the technology doesn't exist because there's too much lag time and delay to jam in real time. Mm-hmm. So all of our classes, our lessons are still, in real time, and our group classes, what were the rehearsals, they're now really almost like recording and mixing sessions. So we go through the parts and we have the kids learn and record their parts either on the fly in the class, or they have to submit their parts by a deadline. So, there's not actual jamming together per se remotely, because it's really impossible, but there's still a very strong group, team, collaborative effort to get these songs done. And then at the end of the season, we have these virtual concerts where we stream the MP3s of the recordings that these kids made throughout the season.
What is the season?
So right now we are in the fall-winter season, which runs from September through January.
Okay.
So the last Sunday in January will be our next virtual concert. So hopefully, we can send an invite and anyone who wants can attend this virtual concert. That'll be really fun. And again, it'll be a couple of videos, of the kids performing, plus a ton of MP3s that, again, they've compiled throughout the season. Our next season is spring, which runs from February through May. And then our summer season is from June through August. So we have 3 seasons a year.
Got it. Got it. Well, we are
Yeah.
super excited to hear about your upcoming concert in January, and we'll make sure that the NRBBA and MickeyM Marketing all promote that because that's pretty exciting. When is your renovation going to be complete?
So we're here today to pick paint colors, which is good. That means we're really close to being done. So we're hoping in the next, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. It looks like we're, you know, I've seen enough of these renovations to know that we're getting really close. So I would say hopefully about 2 weeks away.
Great, great. So
And hopefully
by
we
probably
can have
October.
some sort of party or something, some kind of safe social gathering.
Yeah, I think, there's all different ways to do that by having, an open house or something like everyone's not there at the same time. Again, NRBBA, actually the only time I've ever been in your building was, I think it might have been last year or the year before when we did the walkabout in up and down Artesia Boulevard in Aviation. The NRBBA has an event that takes place in May, and we invite the community to come and go into all the different businesses. And I remember the School of Rock was one of the businesses that participated. And so I've been inside the lobby area, but of course I have never really seen the entire studio. So looking forward to you completing and being able to visit you again. So have you been able to keep all of your teachers and keep everybody employed during this time? I don't know if you heard my question. I was just wondering if you were able to keep everyone employed during this time. Have you been able to keep all the teachers working? Can you hear me?
Hey, sorry, Mickey, it's starting to break up.
Yeah. Well, we're just about done. Hey, how do the students get started with you? How does that work? I know you start at with 3 years old. How old do you go with your students? Is there like a limit?
Oh, okay. So the last question I heard was, is there is there an age limit? So there's no age limit. Our core program is ages 7 to 18, but we do have classes for ages 3 through 6, and then we do have adult classes as well. So any age,
Oh, great.
starting at 3. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know. And then how do the students get started with you?
So they can visit our website, southbayla.schoolofrock.com, fill out the form. It says get your free trial lesson. And if they fill out the form, somebody will reach out to them. Most likely Evan, our assistant GM, will reach out and find a good time to schedule that free lesson. And that's the best way to get your foot in the door here. And hopefully it's a match and you love your teacher and get the ball rolling from there. And you can come check out our Rock 101 class or one of our group classes to see if you like that. And then you're off to the races after that.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Ryan. It's been great to learn more about the School of Rock, the building I drive by all the time, and I didn't know a lot about what was going on inside. So thank you so much for taking your time to go over it with us. We love that. And I look forward to definitely the concert in January, but maybe even something before then if we're lucky.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mickey. I'm sorry for the connection issues here, but thank you so much for having me. I hope you can hear this right now. I hope I don't sound like a robot that's falling down a well.
No.
But
No, you don't. You're fine.
Okay, good. Well, thank you so much. This was a blast, and I look forward to hosting you and having you here and giving you a tour when this whole thing is done. And yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Have a great Saturday.
Thanks, Mickey. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.